In this video, we'll be learning about strings in detail. Now let's go to our Python window. In Python, anything that is enclosed in either single quotes or double quotes or even triple quotes is a valid Python string. For example, let's create a string named string and give it a value as it is a valid string. And then we gotta find its ID, and for that we have the code that is print ID string. Let's do this. String. So, strings that are immutable. Let's create another string with the same name but with different values in it. Like, instead of it is a valid string, we're gonna only type it. Then we're gonna add the same code over there to find its ID. And we're gonna see the memory location of the first string is different from the second string when we execute this. Here is it. As you can see, it is different. That means Python has overridden the string and hasn't changed it at the same location, which means we can change the string. Strings that are ordered. In Python, we can do indexing, slicing, stride, or anything which is ordered. So let's start with indexing. By indexing, we can access each element of a string. So let's copy our example here and print some part of string. Let's do this. Here we go. So I'm gonna write the name of the string here and use square brackets. And if I want to access an element from the string, for example I gotta type 0 over there, because in Python strings start from 0. Let's run the program we've got in the console. Here you go. We got the I. Then if I want to access T, then I gotta write 1 over here, logically. Let's try it. 1. And when we run the program, we gotta get T. See? Here you go. Just as before, if I want to get the space here, then I should write down 2 and run. Here is it. Then 3, which will return me the 4th character. Here is it. I again, from the is. One more thing about indexing is that Python has 2 types of indexing. First one that starts from the left to right, and other that starts from the right to left. To access to the other indexing type, we should use negative numbers. For example, if we write down square brackets -1 and run the program, we'll get the last letter, as you can see, G. If you want to check the one before the last time, I'm going to use -2 and run it, which is N. So now let's go over slicing. If you want to get particular part of the element, then I have to use slicing. Let's say that we want to print only it from the string. Then we gotta write 0:2, because Python exclude the last value, therefore we have to sign it up to 2. Let's do this. String square brackets 0:2. And when we run it, we're gonna get it. Here you go. If we want to get returned it is a in the console, then we gotta count those numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, because the 7 is the one excluded one. It's the one that is gonna be excluded. So let's copy the string from 0 to 7. And when we run the program, we will get it is A. Now, if we want to print from T to the whole string, then we don't need to count all the numbers, because there's a shortcut in Python. We can just simply type the index of the sign we want to start with and leave the second one blank, because Python gonna consider the blank space as the end of the string. Let's do this. Here you go. It is a valid string. So if we put 7 at the second section and leave the first element blank here, then Python will understand that it has to start from the 0 and end at the 7th. Here you go, it is A. That was all about the slicing.